So yes, Shweta, let's discuss about the features of Tableau. Okay, on the first demo we discussed everything, but I didn't discuss about these features of Tableau, right? Let's see that this is one of the topic. After discussing features of Tableau, let's get into another topics, maybe architecture of Tableau and all. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, Durga.
So we already discussed about what is Tableau. We just saw the user interface of Tableau and we created one basic graph generally, right? So maybe from today we are just continuing with the topics from the index whatever we are having. We are just continuing with that concepts. So from that we have one such called concept called as features of Tableau. Let's just discuss about uh, you know important features of Tableau. That is why Tableau, why what is a why, though we have so many visualization tools in the market, what is making Tableau special? Okay, that is all about the features of Tableau, right? So first thing, as you can see here, robust security. So as we know, first, to create any visualizations, obviously we need to keep our data in the Tableau, right? Clients need to trust the Tableau desktop, trust the Tableau software. They should definitely keeping their confidential data to the Tableau software, correct? So here Tableau is maintaining so many security levels so that whatever data we are just importing in them, that will be first of all very safe. Okay, that is one of the feature. Just a second. And the next one is collaboration and sharing. Almost this point is also covered, but let me tell you once again, as I said you, once we created any Tableau graphs or reports, right, in maybe in our project, after creating that dashboards, if we want to share that reports maybe to our client or maybe to our manager, obviously as I said, we will use one Tableau product. Sorry, we will use one Tableau product. While discussing Tableau products, I said this point, right? We'll have basically something called as Tableau online. We need to create first our own account, but by using this credentials, but once we created our own accounts, by using these credentials we will just deploy our data or we'll just share our reports to the Tableau server, right? So likewise, whenever we want to share something, whenever we want to either share our data, share our reports within the company, or if you want to share our reports to our managers or clients, obviously in Tableau itself we are having our own product called as Tableau server, by using which collaboration and sharing is become so easy, right? We have our own product. By using that product we can just uh, you know we'll just log into that account, we'll just log into that, and in the server we can just share whatever work we do. We can just share that easily, and whenever we are sharing also we can just keep the you know as I said, user roles. Like we can decide whenever we are sharing one report, whether that shared person with to whom we are sharing, how much he can access. We'll just give the access control as well. We will just decide in whenever we are discussing about the Tableau server. I'll show you everything very practically. But as I said, we have something called as site roles there. That means we are just deciding whenever we are sharing what to I mean how what kind of permissions we will give, whether he can able to only view that one, whether he can able to edit also, like that we'll have some same, like whenever we are just sharing something in Google Drive, whenever we are sharing any files we can just give the access, right? Viewing access, like viewer access, downloadable access, like that, the same thing which we will have almost same thing in the Tableau server also. Okay, whenever we are learning that concept we will see everything very practically. But basically that is this point, collaboration and sharing. Obviously we can just share our things, we can collaborate with anyone very easily by using Tableau server. Okay, that is also one of the speciality of Tableaus. And next one is trends and predictive analysis. Okay, that means Shweta, did I cover these features in the demo, previous demo?
No, no.
No, right? Okay. So trends and predictive analysis in the sense, obviously, if we are talking about any kind of data, okay, if I talk about, for example, sales data, what we will do in when I mean, what is the requirement of business basically? If it is sales, they we can able to create some trends by using Tableau graphs. That is trends in the sense, if I talk about sales data, how the sales are there from the last 5 years, okay, or else from the last 1 year, from last 2 years, we have something called as some graphs we are having, some settings we are having, which is able to, I mean, again, whenever we are learning about visualizations concept, we will see this will have one concept. Let me show you. You can see a drop line, trend line, forecasting. I think I didn't share my complete screen. Just give me a second. So in course content, we have one concept, that is drop line, trend line, forecasting line. So something called as trend lines and forecasting we will have. Basically, by using that, we will just try to analyze what is the trends and what is predictive analysis. That means by using that option, we can able to find the trends in the market, like from last 5 years or last 4 years, how my sales are, right? And not only the historical data, we can even predict our future. Okay, if we want to even, we will have something called as forecasting options. With the help of these trends, we will even predict the future, like, what will be my next 6 months sales, how will be my next 1 year sales, like that. Okay, that is one concept. So that is again a special feature of Tableau. Okay, whenever we are discussing that, trend lines and forecasting lines, we will see that practically how to do that. Okay.
Divya,
Yes, please.
trends in short means it's past,
Correct. We will just try to, by using trends, we'll just try to analyze our past data, last 2 years data,
and predictive is future, right?
future, right?
Oh,
Perfect. Next 6 months data, like that.
okay.
Obviously, if we are creating our graphs, how it look like, it will just give some lines. Okay, whether it is increasing, decreasing, about the past. If it is past, I mean, if we are trying to analyze trends, we will just try to see the past data, whether it is increasing or decreasing, like that. And future also according to that previous data only, again. Obviously, whenever we are seeing, you can understand, we will learn everything practically. But again, about the future data also, with respect to the past data only, we will have an options. By using that options, we can predict the future data also. In future, according to the frequency of sales we got, according to the previous sales only, by using that method, basically we will predict, whether it is going to increase, whether it is going to decrease, like that. Again, this is actually a ML model, that is machine learning model, which is embedded in the Tableau itself at the back end. Okay, I mean, I'm saying that in Tableau, with just one option, we can able to get these graphs. But what is that option in the sense? That is again an ML model which is embedded at the back end, using which it is giving us the trends and predictive analysis directly. Okay, we will see. We will see these options practically going forward. Live and in memory data, obviously I discussed previously so many times, that is, about the Tableau connections, right? We have two types of Tableau connections: live connection and extract connection, which is helping us to connect the data from our databases to Tableau desktop, right? That is only about this feature, which we will have mostly tomorrow. We will discuss in couple of days, we will discuss that concept about Tableau connections. Okay, next is informative view and mobile view. Obviously, we know this. In Tableau, even we can have our desktop view as well as we can have the mobile view also. That is, in mobiles also, we can view all the Tableau graphs in you know I mean dashboards. That is, we can just use the Tableau reports in mobile also. We have mobile view also, right? And the next is data sources. We already discussed this point also. Whenever we are discussing user interface of Tableau, we have so many data sources available in Tableau desktop, right? Something like Excel, text file, like that. Under connect panel, we have so many data sources, correct?
Yes,
We
Divya.
have this.
We are
Yes, please.
What is informative wave? Mobile wave are understood. Informative wave is just in desktop.
Just in desktop info, I mean, for to getting the informations, basically we will have two views, to be frank. In desktop detailing we can do everything, or else in mobile also we can view it like that.
Okay.
Informative view is nothing but desktop view only, it can be anything.
Okay.
Okay. And data sources are nothing but this one under connect panel. Whatever data sources we have, these are basically going, I mean, this will increase only. Previously we used to have only some databases like that. With some updates of Tableau software, we will get so many databases in this list. That is basically we will call it as data sources. Okay. So we have multiple data sources in Tableau, and as I said, Tableau has a huge and a big community, that is Tableau community. The professionals who will build or who will do everything for Tableau, I mean, for the enhancement, or to what I can say, to grow, to just take care about the growth of Tableau. So that is basically we will call it as Tableau community. They will introduce here, I mean, with all the updates of Tableau versions, we will get so many options here, so many data sources here. It will just change accordingly. Previously we used to have if not only previously, if you just download now previous versions, you cannot able to see this many options. Okay, like that, version to version we are getting so many data sources available in Tableau according to the market. Okay. So that is again one of the important feature. Why Tableau, especially why companies are preferring Tableau a lot, though Power BI is also having equal importance. That is first and main reason I can say, data sources only. Because of the Tableau community, we are getting so many data sources. Everything is getting up to date very fastly and very uniquely in Tableau because of the Tableau community. Okay. So yeah, this is about the features of Tableau. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, Divya.
So yes, we are done everything about this. And check. Maybe let's discuss about Tableau architecture today. Tomorrow we will see the remaining concepts. SQL Server basics, obviously. I think you don't need SQL basics, right? We already know how to create a, I mean, you're already my SQL student. If any students come into this batch, I will cover SQL Server or every concepts, and here also I'll just show you. The syntaxes will be same, of course. I'll show you everything. Okay.
Okay.
And actually, we are just planning to, increase the demo classes. That is a concept we are just waiting. And if required, I'll just let you know. Okay. And we just
Okay.
got one student,
Hmm?
Swapnishwar Barik. We just got one new student, right? Hi, Swapnish. Can you hear me? Swapnishna Barik. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Yes.
Hi. Okay,
Hi.
perfect. So this is your first demo, right? First class, right? You are attending today only, right? Today Tableau's class. Can you hear me, Swapnish?
Yes.
Okay. So could you please tell me about yourself? Like, are you working? Do you have prior knowledge on SQL?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I am working as a data analyst in SQL. Okay. SQL. Yes.
okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so Tableau you are just trying to learn
Yeah.
this time, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
only for dashboard. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. I got it. So, do you already worked with Tableau? I mean, do you have an idea about user interface of Tableau? Anyways, I'll just cover all those things again. But first thing, SQL knowledge of SQL is a first prerequisite to learn Tableau. As you are seeing, you already know SQL, and again, in this course, along with the dashboards, we will, I mean, along with the Tableau, along with the real-time dashboards, if ever, we will also discuss some basics of SQL. So everything will be covered, no worries. So, Sweta, if you don't mind, I'll just try to explain user interface of Tableau once again. Okay?
For sure, Divya.
Yeah, perfect. All right, let's start once again. Actually, I already took one demo. So Sweta is our student. So I'm just trying, I mean, I'll cover everything again. Okay. So as you are already saying you are a data analyst, Swapnesh, I don't think you need to. I mean, the first demo, basically, first I will try to explain about the importance of Tableau. Why Tableau? As you know, Tableau is obviously visualization tool, correct?
Yes.
Tableau is a visualization tool by using which we'll just create some graphs, right? We will just connect to the data and we will create some graphs. Basically, it is a visualization tool, where we will connect some graphs. And to connect the graphs, we need data first of all, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah, that is what it is. This is, if you can see here, this is an Excel file, right? In Excel file, basically we will have data like this, but in Tableau, if in order to understand the data in the Excel file, it will be little bit difficult for us. We can able to apply the filters here. By using the filters, we can try to analyze the data. But again, instead of seeing this kind of textual data, understanding this kind of textual data, if we create some graphs like this, it will be easy for us to analyze, right? This is a screenshot of a bar graph in Tableau, correct? We can analyze very easily by seeing this picture instead of this picture. That is first of all, that is the importance of Tableau, right? Because we can analyze the data very easily. We will just connect to the data. This graph I got by connecting to this Excel file only, correct? So we will connect to the data. We will create some graphs so that we can analyze the data very easily. That is first of all the importance of Tableau, right? So now let me just explain you about the user interface of Tableau. That is, going forward, I will show you the installation process of Tableau desktop, of course. But for now, let's just try to understand about the how first user interface. That is how we will create the graphs. As you know, in Tableau desktop, we have some products in Tableau, right? Let me just show you. So basically, we have some products in Tableau, right? That is Tableau desktop, the place where we will create all the graphs. We have 6 products in Tableau. One is Tableau desktop. Okay. Once we are done with our demo classes, I will show you the installation process of Tableau desktop. So after now, which I open, whatever I open is my Tableau desktop, and in Tableau desktop only we will create the graphs, right? So this is a place in the Tableau desktop only we will just create all the graphs and visualizations. Likewise, we are having one more product called as Tableau server. Okay, Tableau server, these 6 are the products of Tableau. We have in Tableau, we are having these 6 products in which Tableau desktop is the one which we are going to use in learning process. And now also, I mean, in our course also, we will use Tableau desktop. In Tableau desktop, we can just able to create all the graphs, right? Being a Tableau developer, or in especially in learning process, we will create all the graphs and dashboards in this Tableau desktop software only, right? Next, we have something called as Tableau server. Once we started our working in companies directly, we will work on Tableau server, right? We will get our own credentials, company credentials. We will get by using that credentials. We will just log in into Tableau server, right? In Tableau server, actually, we can view Tableau desktop also in the Tableau server. In our course, first all concepts we will try to understand in the Tableau desktop. Then we will also learn about Tableau server. Okay, in Tableau server, basically in real time, how we will work. What is Tableau server? We have so many options in it. Basically, we have some admin options. Tableau administrators will also use Tableau server, and Tableau developers or any BI developers, that is whoever creating Tableau reports, will also use Tableau server only, correct? So we will learn everything very practically about the Tableau server. In this, how we can create the graphs, how we can view Tableau desktop, right? Not only that, all right. So not only that, basically in Tableau server, we can do so many things, right? Once in Tableau desktop, if we create one graph or if we create one dashboard, if we want to share that dashboard to any of our managers or any of our clients, first we should have in learning process. First, basically we have something called as Tableau Online. Previously we used to call it as Tableau Online, but nowadays we'll calling it as Tableau Cloud. Okay, this is one of the Tableau product by using which we will create our own credentials. Okay, so I will show you how to create Tableau online account. By once we create Tableau online account, we will get our credentials like username and password kind of thing. By using that, we can log into the Tableau server. Okay, after logging into the Tableau server, what we can do in the server, in the sense, if we create any graphs or dashboards in Tableau desktop, by using that credentials only, we will log into the Tableau server and we will publish all the data from the Tableau desktop to the Tableau server. Okay, so after publishing after publishing our work, it may be dashboards or it may be graphs. Once we published it, or once we basically published it in the Tableau server, what all we can do, we are having so many options there. Okay, we will have something called as alerts, we have something called as schedules. Like that, we have so many options. Technically, I'm not explaining each and every point now, but in this course we will learn about Tableau server also. Whenever we are learning this Tableau server concept, I will explain each detail very practically. We will practically do everything in the Tableau server also. Okay, so this is about Tableau desktop, Tableau server. Tableau online will also be covered. How we will create our account, our own online account. These three products along with this Tableau prep. Tableau prep is also one more product of Tableau, by using which we will just clean the data. We have something called as ETL, right? Extraction, transformation, and loading. So Tableau prep is an ETL kind of tool within the Tableau. We know in market we are having so many ETL tools, right? Likewise, in Tableau, within the Tableau itself, we have our own ETL tool, that is Tableau prep. Tableau prep is one tool which we can use as an ETL product. Okay, I will show you how to download this Tableau prep, and we will learn each and every concepts in the Tableau prep classes. Okay, so Tableau prep is nothing but actually once we connect our data to the Tableau desktop. Okay, if our data, before connecting to the Tableau desktop, if we want to clean our data, maybe if we have null values, right? If we have duplicate values, we have something called as outliers concept. Okay, so now technically I'm not explaining each and every point, but at that time I will explain very detailing. So if we want to clean our data, we will use Tableau prep. We'll first clean the data, and not only cleaning, if we want to apply filters. Okay, we are having so many options. Okay, how many filters are there, how many cleaning steps we can do, and we are having something called as flows. Okay, basically what we will do, we will Tableau prep is an ETL tool. That is, first we will extract the data, whatever data we will have, whether it may be in Excel file, text file, like that, how in which format our data is there also, whether it is any database also. We will just connect to that data first. We will transform the data and we will load the data back. Transforming in the sense, if we want to perform any cleaning steps or if we are filtering the data, whatever it is, we will just according to our requirement we will transform our data. And once our data is ready, we will load it back to our local machines, or else to the Tableau desktop, or else to the Tableau server. After that, we will start creating our graphs. So that is basically one concept. Okay. So in this course, the course duration is of 40 days. We will learn each and every concepts of Tableau by using Tableau desktop. After that, we will learn Tableau server and Tableau prep also practically. Okay. This is about Tableau products. Okay, next we have one more product called as Tableau public. This is nothing but uh, you know in something like Tableau desktop only. Here also in Tableau public also we can create all the graphs, but the concept here is in Tableau desktop. Basically, to download or to install the Tableau desktop, we have only 14 days of free trial. Okay, we can use only 14 days freely if we download Tableau desktop. Okay, if we want to access Tableau desktop, so more than 14 days, if we want to use the Tableau desktop, we can just register ourselves as a student. Okay, so if we can able to basically, I'll suggest, yeah, all my students to do that. If you can able to get any of the student ID card, maybe from your friends or family, if you can able to get any student ID card, we will just upload that student ID card and we will get 1 year free license of Tableau desktop. Okay, I'll show you all this process going forward. If not Tableau desktop, you can use Tableau prep also. Here also we can create all the graphs. This is freely available. Okay, but we have some limitations in Tableau desktop. I will explain you that going forward. Okay, so Tableau reader is one such tool, that is just, in that tool we can just view all the Tableau files. If suppose I uploaded any Tableau dashboard in this, uh, any other user can able to view that. Okay, something like, if we save any files in our laptops, and or in any desktop, how I can able to open it anytime freely, like that, when whatever graphs is available in the Tableau reader, users can able to view, or users can able to access them freely. Okay, this is just a normal product which we can ignore. Okay, very important is desktop, server, prep. Okay, which we will cover in this course. I hope I'm clear, Swapnish.
Hello. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes.
So I hope I'm clear, right, whatever I'm explaining you.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now let me just open the Tableau desktop and I will explain you. Yes, please. Okay, so I just open the Tableau desktop and let's see how we will create our first graph. Okay, this is the user interface of Tableau desktop. Once we are done with the demo classes, I will show you the installation process. But after installing, if I open, I can able to see like this. We have something called as connect here, that is called as connect panel. Basically, I said to create any Tableau reports or Tableau basically graphs or visualizations, we need data, correct? So the data can be in any format. It can be in the form of Excel file, text file, PDF file, or any kind of servers, Oracle server, MySQL, Microsoft SQL server, like that. The data can be in any format or any database. If I'm just clicking on more, I'm getting so many databases available here. Each database here is called as a data source. Okay, each file, actually Excel will be one data source, text file will be one data source, like that. How many databases are available here? Each and every one we will call them as data sources. Okay, so In Tableau, we are having this many options. In Connect panel, we are having this many options. Accordingly, we just connect to anything very easily. Okay. So all the available data sources, whatever we want to connect, will be there in the Connect panel. Okay. So first, in the below connect panel, first you can see Tableau server, because mostly in real time we will connect to Tableau server, right? So we will work with Tableau server also. So directly we can connect Tableau server from here, or else you can see here that it is asking me, if I'm clicking here, it is asking me to log into my Tableau server account. Okay, or else after creating any Tableau graphs also, while publishing our Tableau graphs also, we can log into our Tableau server. I'll show you about that going forward. Okay, so now this is about the connect panel. Below we are having something called as saved data sources. That means we have two data sources from Tableau, that is sample superstore and world indicators. These are just available freely from Tableau so that we can just practice by using them. Okay, and here we are having some open option, recently open files will be there here. Okay, now let me just connect to one file. Here I'm connecting to Excel file. Okay, it will allow me to select any file from my laptop. I'm just selecting one file, that is sample superstore. I'm clicking on open. Once I open that, this is basically, once we connect to any file, I'll get into this data source level, the data source page. You can see this towards the bottom left, right? So now what I did, I connected to one Excel file, that is sample superstore. That is what it is showing here. Below connections, I'm having Microsoft Excel sample superstore, right? To which file I got connected, I can able to see here. In the Excel file, I'm having three sheets like this: orders, people, and returns. Okay, so that is what I can able to see here. So to work on order sheet, I need to drag and drop in between. Then I will get my data like this. Okay. So this is my data, right? So here, once I connect to Excel file, I just drag this orders and dropped it here. Then I got all my data here. Okay. Basically in Excel file, I'm having order sheet. In order sheet, I'm having this many rows: row ID, order date, ship date, like that. I'm having this many columns. Okay. In each and every column, I'm having data like this. So here Tableau is very smarter. We can just try to we will just connect to data very easily here. For now, I just connected to Excel file. Going forward in our course, we will learn about SQL Server. Okay. We will connect to SQL Server. We will use some real-time database and data warehouse, and we will learn all the concepts by using SQL Server as well as Excel file. Accordingly to each and every concept, we will just try to learn very practically, but some concepts we will learn on this, and some concepts we will learn by using Excel file. By using which data source, we will learn that concept very perfectly. I'll just select like that. Okay. Once we are done with this, we will learn in our course. As I said, I will explain SQL Server basics. Along with that, in Tableau, we will use in SQL Server some real-time databases, and Excel files also we will use. So along with that, once we are done with all the, as I said, in not only desktop, we will also learn Tableau Server, Tableau Prep tools. Along with that, we will learn one real-time dashboard from HR analytics domain. Okay, we will create everything from scratch. I'll show you how to create a real-time technical dashboard here. When being a data analyst or being a Tableau developers, we will create basically graphs in a technical way, right? Basically, we'll create dashboards. We will have some format options, right? So we will create dashboards by learning how to format. Tableau dashboard formatting options also I will explain you. Normally creating dashboards is easy, but we need to understand how we will format them, right? So I'll explain the formatting options also very practically. Technically, we will learn one real-time dashboard here from HR analytics domain at the end. Okay, this is about the plan or the course index, I can say. Okay, now for now I just connected to my Excel file. I dragged this orders here and then I got the data. Here Tableau is very smart enough. Once I got the data, it automatically recognizes data types. We have something called as data types in SQL, right? That is, we have numerical data types, like something like int and float, correct, which we will use to store the numbers. Likewise, we have character data types, we have date data types, right? We have something called as data types in SQL. Whenever we are creating some tables, whenever we are defining some columns, we will define data type also, correct?
Yes, Divya.
So that data types here, Tableau will recognize automatically. Okay, so Swapnish, please mute yourself. So here also in Tableau, once we connect to our data, it will just automatically recognizes the data types. Okay, here hash in the sense numerical data types. Okay, numbers. ABC in the sense character data types. That means wherever you can see ABC, you need to understand that is a character data type. We can store any type of characters here. And you can see calendar symbol here. Calendar symbol in the sense date data type. Okay, all the date columns, date formats or date data type, dates basically we will store in this column. Okay, that is calendar symbol. Likewise, we are having one more data type in Tableau, that is geographical data type. The symbol is globe. Okay, this is geographical data type. That means all the kind of geography maps related things, city, state, country, all those data here, country, all those data whenever we are dealing with maps. Okay, that geographical data, we will have this data type and the symbol is globe. Okay, so basically we will deal with 4 data types in Tableau, and accordingly here we are not defining data types manually. Once we connect to the data, Tableau itself recognizing the data types, hash, ABC, calendar symbol and globe, right? So this is about the data types in Tableau. Okay, here also you can see all the data type symbol, column names, and this is just showing us from which data, I mean what we just connected, the tables. Okay, so this is about the data. And towards the top right, you can see something called as connection. In real time also, so many times whenever we are working, sometimes we will work on live connection, sometimes we will work on extract connection. This is nothing but we have something called as Tableau connection. As I said previously, basically as I said, we need to connect to our data first. Okay, suppose this is my database. I have data here and I need to create Tableau reports either in my Tableau desktop or Tableau server, right? Suppose imagine this is my Tableau desktop where I will create my Tableau graphs. My data will be here. I need to create graphs here. So obviously there should be something in between which helps us to communicate our data or to just helps us to connect our data to the Tableau desktop, right? That is nothing but Tableau connection. Okay, Tableau connection in the sense, you know, it is a kind of communication path by using which we are just connecting our data to the Tableau desktop. Okay, that is what you can see here, connections. And we are having 2 types of connection, one is live connection and one is extract connection. Okay, so what is live connection, what is extract connection, and in which scenarios we will use live and extract connection, we will learn detailedly in our Tableau connections class. Okay, by default we will be on the live connection only. Okay, in some cases we will use extract connection. So in which scenarios we will use, why to use, we will discuss everything detailedly going forward. Okay, for now I'll let it be in the live connection itself, and let's create our first graph. To create our first graph, we need to go to sheet 1. Okay, so once I get into sheet 1, you can see canvas here, the white color page, the place where we will create all the graphs. Okay, and in the sheet level. This is called as data source level and this is called as sheet level. Beside here we are having three options. First icon is a new worksheet. If we wanted to open new worksheet, I can open like this. This will be my sheet 1, this is my sheet 2. In one single sheet we can able to create one separate Tableau graph. Okay, here in this sheet I can create any graph. Okay, in this sheet I can create any graph. But if I want to combine all these graphs together, okay, so suppose I created one graph in this and another graph in this dashboard. In the sense, Tableau dashboards, basically that is what a term which we will learn, I mean which we will hear frequently in our visualizations or BI tools, right? Tableau dashboard is nothing but it is a collection of all the Tableau sheets. Okay, suppose I'm in every sheet I can create individual graphs, right? In every sheet I can create some individual graph. If I wanted to see all the graphs in one place, then I need to create a Tableau dashboard. This is the icon to create Tableau dashboard. This is the collection of all the individual Tableau graphs. Okay, and we have something called as Tableau story also, and this, to open a Tableau story we have this option. So Tableau dashboards and Tableau stories also we will just learn going forward. Okay, let's just concentrate on individual sheets now, that is individual Tableau graphs. Okay, so I already opened my sheet 1. If I wanted to close this or remove this, I can simply right click on it, I can click on delete, it will get deleted. So only sheet 1 is open for now. So you can see here towards the left side I'm having something called as tables. Before that, here you can see we have a database symbol and it is showing us orders of sample superstore. This is the place where we can able to see to what file we got connected. In the sheet level, we can able to see this. Here it is showing us we got connected to sample superstore data, and in that we are working on orders sheet, right? So that is what we can able to see here. Then we have something called as tables, and below that we can able to see all the column names or field names here. How many columns are there in that data? All the columns I got here. Okay, these are all my column names. But if we observe, we have one separate line here, a separate line like this. Okay, by using which basically a line is there, and you can observe at the top we are having some columns and the bottom we are having some columns. So all these column names are called as dimensions. Okay, basically Tableau is again very smarter. Once we connect it to data, first thing what it will do, once we connect it to the data in the data source, it automatically recognizes the data types, right? Once we go to sheet level, it automatically divides the all our columns into two types. One is dimensions and the second one is measures. Okay, the first part, the line is there right here, this is a separation line, and above them, above this line, all the columns whatever we are having, that is called as dimensions, and below whatever we are having, these are called as measures. So what is dimension, what is measure? In the sense, basically all the numerical columns. Okay, all the number columns or all the numericals columns. If I really wanted to say, actual definition is that on whatever columns we can able to perform some kind of calculations. Okay, any type of calculations, it may be arithmetic calculations like plus minus, or else if I can able to perform any kind of percentages, right? Here we have something called as discount, profit, quantity, sales. These are all the number data, correct? So these are all some numerical columns, and on this, I mean basically on the sales data, on profit or on discount, all these types of data, I can perform any kind of calculations, or if I wanted to perform percentages also I can do, right? So on whatever columns I can able to create calculations and percentages, and on whatever columns I can able to create aggregate functions. In Tableau we have some aggregate functions like sum, minimum, maximum, okay, and average, count. These 5 functions, we will basically call them as aggregate functions in SQL, right? If you can see, sum in the sense, obviously for numbers only we can able to find the sum. Minimum value, maximum value also, if it is numbers only we can able to find the minimum and maximum value. Same like average and count, for numbers only we can able to perform all this type of aggregate functions, right? So basically on whatever columns we can able to perform some calculations or aggregate functions is divided into these measures. Okay, and remaining all the columns will comes under dimensions, whether it may be character data, geographical data, data type data, like this normal data, remaining all the data, only numerical data, that too on whatever columns we can able to perform calculations or aggregate functions will comes under measures. Remaining everything comes under dimensions. Okay, automatically Tableau only divide everything, but we need to understand what is this dimension and what is this measure. Okay, I hope I'm clear. So after this, to create the graph, what we need to do, first of all we have something called as show me panel here towards the top right. If I'm clicking this show me panel, we will have so many graphs available here. Basically we have 24 inbuilt graphs available in Tableau. Okay, so these are all the inbuilt graphs available. So this inbuilt graphs, in the sense, once we select the data accordingly, you can see here, first of all the graphs here are disabled, right? Once I select any data here, that related graph will be enabled for us so that we can select that. Okay, let's see. For here, as I connected to some sample superstore, in the sense, this is basically a sales data. Okay, I'm having some columns here. Suppose let me connect to I'm having category, subcategory here. So to create our first graph, what we will do basically, in the sense, we have two methods. Either I can drag, suppose if I wanted to create subcategory wise sales, I will drag subcategory into the rows part. Okay, I'll drag sales to the columns part. Once I do this, if you can see here, some graphs are enabled for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Some almost 10 graphs enabled for me. That means whatever data is selected, that is subcategory and sales. For this data, all the graphs which was enabled is applicable. Correct? So like that, once we select any data, the applicable graphs, whatever graphs is I can use according to this data, that graphs it will be enabled for us. Okay, and according to our requirement, we can select the graphs. Okay, so here by default, I got some bar graph. Okay, so this is one method. Either I can drag and drop this in the rows and columns, or else here I'm having clear sheet option. I'm just clearing this, so that is one option. Or else the second thing is directly I can double click. If I'm double clicking on subcategory, I can double click on sales, automatically I will get the graph. Okay, so here now I got this graph, that is text table. And if I wanted to create horizontal graph, I'll just select from here. Okay, this is my horizontal graph. Correct, so this is my subcategory and this is my sales. Now after getting any bar graphs, even I can sort the data. I am having two options here to sort, either in descending or the or else in ascending or descending orders. If I wanted to display this graph, the descending order, I'll just click this option. Two options we are having here. Accordingly, we will get the graph. Right. So you can see here, if I want to display each and every bar graph, each and every horizontal bar graph, each and every subcategory in different colors, I'm having here, this is about the dimensions and measures, this is about the rows and columns. This is the place where once we keep our dimensions and measures into rows and columns, then only I can able to create any graphs, right? Then we have something called as filters card here. To apply any filters on the Tableau, we will use this filters card. Next we are having marks card, in the sense we have some options here. Inside the marks card, we have some options. By using these options, we can able to do some settings, like if I wanted to change the color, change the size, if I wanted to give some labels, like that we are having so many options. We will discuss every option going forward detailing. But in marks card, we are having some settings. We can just use them whenever required. Okay, now suppose I'm having each and this is a bar graph. In y-axis I'm having subcategories. The first bar, it is showing me, if I'm keeping my cursor, I can able to see subcategory is phone and sales is almost 330k, like that, right? 3,30,000. So this is about my sub, that particular for phone, what is my sales. So like that, whenever my I'm moving my cursor, it is showing me some data. So in the white color box, whatever I'm getting that data, that is called as tooltip. That is what I can see here. If I wanted to edit, I'll just double click here and I can edit that tooltip also from here. Okay. By default, it will show us like this. And again, if I don't want, if I say that I don't want to keep my cursor, but still I can able to see sales also here beside the bar. At that time, I can use this label option. Okay. If I'm dragging and dropping this label to the this sales, if I wanted to display sales, I'll drag this sales and drop it to the label part. Then I can able to see my sales value here, right? Like that. Even this shortcut I'm having here also, the T option, if I'm clicking this, it will be disabled. If I'm clicking again, I will get this sales option. Okay, so this is about the label. And if I wanted to change the color, okay, if I wanted to give for each and every subcategory, if I wanted to give one color, I'll drag the subcategory into this color part, color option. I'm dragging subcategory into this color. I'll get the colors like this. And towards the right, we'll have something called as legends. Okay, we will technically call them as legends. It will just show us about the data. Like suppose if I just created only one simple graph, that is horizontal bar graph, right? Here each and every subcategory, what color it is taking, it is showing me. Like that, going forward, we have so many advanced graphs. In that also, legends will be helpful for understanding the data. Okay, so now we have something called as this box here, standard. This is the standard view. We can select the view here. From suppose if I select entire view, I can able to see the graph like this. Okay. So this is about our first graph. How we will create first graph, we will just try to understand. I mean, this is the user interface of Tableau desktop. Okay. And here we are having so many options. Actually, this is called as menu bar and this is a toolbar. We are having so many options. Going forward, we will learn each and every options here. Okay. So I hope I'm clear, Swapnish, about how to create our first graph.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any doubts?
Ma'am, the join. I just asked the join. How you just drop the column, okay, one by one,
Mhm.
and just like the name and the value. Also, yeah. Have any combination the name and value? Yeah,
So
this is the one table. Just dropping the column one by one.
correct. So you are asking me how to perform joins in Tableau, right? If we have
Yeah.
data in, yes, again, we'll have all those concepts. Actually, let me show you the course content. This is our course content. Okay, we are just having, as is our just demo classes, I'm giving introduction to Tableau and like that. Going forward, this is our course content. Okay, so from here, joins concept will start. Joins in the sense, suppose here we are just connected to Excel file, right? Again, in this course, we will just learn about SQL Server. Okay, I will use SQL Server database here. We will have some real-time data. I'll give you that data. And once we connect to that data, we'll have so many tables there. So obviously, if I have some data in one table, I mean, two, three tables, if I have multiple tables, I used to use joins concept, right? So at that time, I will explain you how to use joins. So in SQL, first of all, how many joins we'll have inner join, left join, right join, full join, right? I'll explain each and every join of SQL part, and once I'll done that thing in Tableau, how we will use joins. We are having three methods in Tableau. We'll discuss everything detailedly. By using that three methods, I can able to join the tables, and after joining the tables, we will create the graphs. In Tableau level only, we will use some methods here. Okay, if we are having data, so if, for example, let me just open SQL Server. This is my SQL Server. So basically we will learn going forward. Okay, we are having so many concepts: joins, data blending, in the sense if I have data in multiple data sources in one database, in different tables I'm having data, I'll use joins, right? Suppose instead of the different tables, I have some data in Excel file, I have some data in another database, and if I want to combine them, we will use data blending. Okay, we will learn each and every concepts practically going forward once we start our actual concepts. This is our course content. Joins, data blending, filters in Tableau, Tableau actions, hierarchies. We have something called as Tableau parameters, by using which we will create some dynamic graphs, right? Then we will learn all the visualizations, that is each and every graph we will learn very practically. I mean, what kind of data, to for what kind of data, what kind of graph we will use, and these are all some advanced graphs which we will going to cover. And Tableau sets using parameters, Tableau groups, Tableau functions, drop line, trend line, forecasting line, by using which we can create some trends, and for future, about future data also we will create some forecasting options. And then how we will create and how we will schedule, how we will basically create Tableau online account, and how we will use Tableau server. In Tableau server we'll create subscriptions, we'll create schedules, everything we will learn practically. Then Tableau prep. Then here I missed about Tableau dashboards and Tableau story. We'll create some real-time dashboards. Okay, whatever graphs we will create in this visualizations part, by using some graphs we will learn each and every option of Tableau dashboards and Tableau stories. Then Tableau prep. Okay, at the end we will discuss about one real-time dashboard called as HR analytics dashboard. Okay, this is my course content. Am I clear, Swapnish?
Yes, ma'am.
So going forward, once we are done, we are just discussing now some basics, right? Once we are start our actual classes, I will just give you the real-time database of SQL Server. Then we will start with actual concepts, that is Tableau connections, join, data blending will be our next concepts. Okay.
Okay.
Divya, I
So
have
one,
one question.
yes, Sweta,
In Power BI, I mean DAX functions are almost like 280 plus. Okay.
correct.
And in Tableau, there are how many, Divya?
Yes, we are having so many functions actually. All those functions are divided into these types.
Okay.
Where is that? But you can see once, where is the Tableau functions?
Below is there.
Yeah, this are some functions. In each and everything we'll have, in string functions we are having so many, number functions so many, and again we will discuss important. I'm not saying I'm going to explain each and every function, most important
Okay.
functions, and whatever we will do basically in real time. We will discuss everything detailing. Again, once how to create those, I will show you. Okay, in that we will have, if you can see this arrow mark, we are having all the function details here. Okay, this
Okay.
is nothing but all the available functions. If you can see here, everything will be there here very clearly, what we can do, an example also. Okay,
Okay.
so you can
Okay.
just explore from here very easily.
Okay.
We will discuss so many from this, but if I
Okay.
left so also, you can just cover from here. You can able to understand what is each and every function by seeing this description and by example, like that.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, Divya.
so this is one option. This is basically a calculated field, something like DAX. How we will work on DAX functions in Power BI? Here we'll work on calculated fields. Here only we have all the inbuilt or user defined functions. I mean, actually inbuilt functions. We will All the inbuilt functions will be available inside the calculated fields. Okay, and yeah, I hope I'm clear about the introduction. And this is a SQL Server. Actually, I'll just give you this database. Once we are done with our demo classes, we have so many tables inside. We will just learn each and everything very practically. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, Swapnish, because Sweta already attended my first demo class. So that is the reason I'm asking you.
Okay. This is my first demo. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
also.
your first demo. That is the reason I
Yeah.
explained everything once again. Whatever I explained, the user interface, everything, Sweta already listened in the previous demo. But again, that is why I explained once again everything for you. And this is our course content. Okay, you didn't miss anything. Once we are done with our demo classes, I will explain each and every concept very practically. Okay, and this is the SQL server which we are going to connect in this data I'll give you, that is adventure works. You can, even for practice purpose, you can also use this tables, and here only we will have something called as fact internet sales. Here we are having some tables and data. We'll just connect, and accordingly we will learn, or else for better understanding I will use, I mean, this is the real-time database which we are going to work along with that. Suppose in any database, we will create some tables manually. I'll give you some data, we'll create some tables like products, order details, like that. Basically, especially on products and order details tables, we will learn joins concept. Everything we will learn very practically, okay?
Okay.
So I hope I'm clear. This is our first class. Just if you are interested, please get registered with us. You will get a mail. Okay.
Ma'am,
And
ma'am,
mhm, mhm.
yeah, ma'am, I just ask one question.
Yes, please.
Uh, what is the best for visualization tool, Power BI versus uh, Sh-
Tab
sorry, Tableau?
Tableau.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
actually, I do teach Tableau and Power BI. So it really, those two are equally important and equally useful in the market. I really can't say Power BI, as I'm teaching Tableau now. I really can't say Tableau is most used in Power BI. Also, classes also, I won't say Power BI is most used. Both are useful and both are having equal importance. But
okay.
in most of the MNC companies, Tableau is being used. If you can observe, just try to see according to on whatever location you are having, just try to see available vacancies or anything. Uh, Power BI is also, you are having so many vacancies. Tableau are also having so many vacancies. But due to the rich, we have something called as Tableau community here. Due to that Tableau community, that Tableau, how many, from how many years also, that is in the top only, going forward also, due to this Tableau community it will be on the top only. Okay, because of this Tableau community, most of the MNC companies are using Tableau, because we will get very frequent updates in Tableau. It will be updated, we will get so many new features in Tableau very quickly than Power BI. This is one of the most important feature why most of the MNCs are using Tableau till today.
Okay.
But again, Power BI is also equally important. You can choose anyone, it's up to you. Both are equally important, and both tools you are having so many vacancies.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
Divya,
if
you will be taking classes on Power BI in near future.
for now I'm not taking Sweta, as you know. Currently
Okay,
I'm working for SQL and Tableau only. Okay.
okay, Divya.
All right, guys. All right, let's meet in tomorrow's class. Okay, we are already done with the time. I'm having one more batch. So, Swapnish, if you are interested, please get registered with us. You will get details in your mail. And once you get registered, we will just start our direct classes from tomorrow. Okay,
Ma'am, timing the same, 7
same timing,
p.m.
7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. Okay. Sweta is
Okay.
already registered. If you register by tomorrow, directly we will get into the main topics from tomorrow. Okay.
Timing so difficult. Okay.
So this timing is not comfortable for you.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, but this is
Same.
the only time currently I'm taking, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, then bye. Let's meet in tomorrow's class.
Thank you, Divya.
Yeah, bye, Sweta.